Hello? I guess I'm recording already. Sorry, guys. So, this is my first time attempting to play guitar, and it's been interesting so far. I've been really excited about starting to play. And something that I've seen just in my search on the web is there's not a lot of African American women guitarists. So I am looking to hopefully be another African American woman to start playing guitar. And I thought about just making this. Um, oh gosh, I hope you guys can hear me. I don't know if the sound is sticky or not, but I wanted to do a video diary just to keep track of how much I'm learning each day. And I am using starter or beginner lesson videos on YouTube that have been pretty helpful. But I will say, starting off, was excited to get my guitar. It is, sorry, my computer goes out. It is a Jameson guitar, and let's see, this is what it looks like. Pretty basic for a beginner. But like I said, it's my first guitar, and I'm really excited about it. And here's the back side. So yeah, when I started learning in the first lessons, just in holding the guitar, it's been a little bit of a challenge for me. And I guess another challenge was I started learning the chords. Well, I guess first off I started tuning. Tuning's not too bad. I watched a video on how to do that. But learning the chords is going to be the biggest challenge, I think, starting off as a beginner. The hardest part so far for me is that my fingers keep laying on, I don't know, I guess you could say I have lazy fingers, so they keep laying, let's see, which way do I need to hold this? They keep laying on certain strings so that when I try to play a chord, sometimes it's not coming out very fluid and it sounds kind of choppy. So I guess I'll get better with playing longer. But as I said before, I'm a beginner. So far I've just learned a couple of the chords from, like I said, a beginner's video. And I'm sorry I'm not showing the whole guitar here. Hold on. You can kind of see. Alright, I'll get better at this, I promise, as time goes on. But yeah, so I've learned a couple of chords. I've learned the A minor 7 and the what else did I learn? C major, the G major chord, and the D. I forget which D chord it is, but like 4 different chords that I've learned so far. I think the number one thing I did not know before learning how to play guitar was that it is hard work. It really is. It's gonna definitely, if you're interested in playing, it's gonna definitely exercise your fingers. And like I said, especially as a beginner, you're not used to it. So already my fingers are still kind of red from playing. I played or messed around with some of the chords about 30 minutes ago, and my fingers are still like kind of red from playing. Another thing that you're going to learn really fast is that you probably can't really have long nails. As you can see, my nails aren't long. I did have some acrylic nails on when I first got the guitar, and so I had just got them done, so I didn't want to like waste my money and take them off right away. But I finally did cave and took them off. So this is, I don't know if you can see this, but this is my nail length right here. There's barely anything on there. This is actually kind of how I'm used to having my nails. I don't like my nails to be very long anyway, but that's one of the sacrifices really you're going to have to make when playing guitar, unless you're just awesome at it, because making sure you're hitting the right notes here, and not leaning a nail on another chord, yeah, it's just not going to work. Short nails are the best. Makes it a lot easier to play. And I did watch the beginner's video Olivia did say that your fingers will get better. They'll feel better the more you play. Like your fingers will get calloused, I guess, and it'll make you more comfortable. I'm really hoping that that happens because my fingers right now are kind of sore, but I'm hoping that they'll feel better and yeah, not hurt so much more. So, um, right now I'm just gonna play so I can record what I've learned so far. This is kind of my little diary log, and yeah, I'm hoping that it'll inspire other people to play guitars, particularly more female guitarists, because I've seen a lot of male guitarists on YouTube. Not many female guitarists have been playing. And it could be because I guess maybe they want to keep their nails really long and pretty. I don't know. But also not just females, but women of color in particular. Um, you don't see a lot of women of color playing guitar. I'm trying to think. I can think of India already. Um, hmm. She's the only one that's like popping into my mind right away, but I'm sure there's others. But yeah, I really don't know too many um, women of color that play guitar. So hopefully this will encourage some other women of color to pick up the guitar and try to learn. Um, I know one other thing that I've played before. I played the piano before, and I will say with piano, I guess I would say that piano is kind of easier if you're just learning to play an instrument right off the bat. It is not as painful to your fingers because you're just pressing down on keys versus with the guitar, you are actually holding these chords in place when you play them, the strings on here. Sorry if I'm naming these wrong. Like I said, I'm a beginner, but yeah, piano is probably easier. I'm not a really great piano player either, but I can play a lot of songs on the piano, and I was able to pick it up really fast. Like with piano, I could play a song the first day I learned the chords, but with the guitar, it's gonna take me um, probably I would say maybe even a month just to get the. Sorry, my computer keeps going up. Just to get the chords right on the guitar. So anyway, I'm gonna record just a couple of the chords that I've learned so far. The ones I feel most comfortable playing are the A A minor 7 chord. It's pretty easy. And I'm sorry if you can't see my hands. Like I said, I'm just recording this so I'll know how I sound. Okay, so that is A minor 7. And then I learned the C chord. And this is the sound kind of when I'm not setting my fingers right on the guitar, but it's kind of hard being a beginner trying to get that right. And I guess over time, I'm hoping that it'll become better, but like I said, it's going to take a while. Alright, so this is the C chord. And there's another note that I'm leaning on that's not playing out right. That's the C chord. And if you hear the plucky sound, that means you're like resting your finger on 2 chords. And that's why it's not coming out the right way. But as I said, your fingers will hopefully get used to it. This is what my fingers look like now. If you can't see um, the lines from the strings, they're actually pressing into my fingers. So yeah, they're kind of sore. But I'm hoping that that gets better because it does kind of feel a little painful right now. And I know they have some things out there in in the guitar store. You can order them offline. They're like exercise your fingers, but that's not really my issue right now. My issue is really with the strings kind of like not cutting into my fingers, but they're rubbing against them pretty hard with the pressure when I press down. Um, but yeah, so those are the two chords that I feel pretty comfortable with. Like I said, right now they're not perfect, but I can at least go back and forth between them. So that's a start. Kind of choppy, but I think it still sounds like I'm getting somewhere. I did learn two other chords, but they're actually more challenging than um, the first two. I believe this is the G chord or the D chord. Sounds pretty good. Um, and then the last chord, I think, is the D major chord, which I forgot that one, so it won't be in this video. But yeah, so this is my starter diary of my guitar journey, and I hope by the next video I'll be able to at least play all four of the basic chords without having to look at them. That's one of the things from the video lessons that they say is really important, is that you should be able to visualize the chords without looking, at music. Of course, you want to be able to read music eventually, but it's really important just to be able to place your hands on the chords. And so far, I'm able to place my hands where A minor 7 is and where C is. I have those memorized, but the G major chord and D major chord, still learning those. So, yeah, hopefully I'll have them. Again, I encourage everyone who has ever thought about learning how to play guitar to um, eventually venture out and do it. And I hope you have fun doing it too, and I hope you check back in with me for another video of my journey. That's all for now. I'll see you guys later.